was a silver player for Bleed for the longest time. Team Secret picked him up. Here he is on Gecko. And then, third map, the decider. Whoever wins this gets their spot to Masters Tokyo.
Well, like I said, huge gamble, but it might pay off, right? Are they going to be ready for the Gecko comp? I would assume, especially after what we've seen from T1, rather, they would be, right? They would have some practice against some Gecko stuff. There's no Harbor in this, so it's not the, the Viper, Harbor, Sky, Gecko kind of thing that we did see from T1.
Only for DRX.
But it does have some pieces, of course. And as you mentioned, they do have that on the side of DRX, so will work out for them. For Team Secret, how will Lenny perform? Just coming out here is like the biggest relief pitcher of all time.
It is first debut. He's going in to gather information, potentially collect on the Alt Orb. Nobody's peeking into him yet, but the Cascade will be sent out from DRX, trying to control the site once more. I mean, keep in mind, while this is a Gecko debut for Team Secret, they also have a double duelist setup, still staying true to their idea of trying to go for trades. But the thing about this is, if they want to make that happen, they have to be in position for it. They have to pick together, but now a bit of contact towards Stacks, and he's backing up.
Just gonna wait. I mean, if you consider DRX's position, they're just gonna want to control a lot, right? They have so much control with both the Viper and the Harbor. They have tons of information gathering with the double initiator. And, of course, Foxy9, who's going to be jumping onto the Raze this time around. So, again, they just want to take it bit by bit.
Oh, no.
And that is a big wall.
Left.
Covers up so much. The spike is here. Team Secret has to commit because only 20 seconds left.
As he comes out, but Foxy9 is right here, right in their face. He's going to pick up two, but only two. Throws out a second grenade just to buy some time. The spike is planted, though, as meanwhile, Dubstep just trying to see what he can see on the B site. That's not going to go well for him.
It's a shorty that's going to greet him, but still gets the shot instead. Jesse trying to do what he can, bork him down to 15.
Yeah, and they know his general location. They know he's in lamps, just a pre-fire into the corner. And that's going to do it for round number one. Stacks with the defuse, and DRX with a clean defense here on the A sites.
It's a very good hit. Good receive from Foxy as he holds out outside of Bats. I mean, Team Secret, Little Bro still did the job. He got the assignment and he nailed it. He got the spike down. The rest of Team Secret tried to go in for some of the duels, but without the numbers still. DRX being able to hold down on the B side and rotate over. They managed to secure the first round. Now buying up. Meanwhile, Team Secret saving.
The Vamos already coming out here after round one victory. DRX pretty hyped, and I mean 13-5 win on their map pick. That's definitely going to get you hyped. It's certainly one of the benefits of getting the second map pick, right? You kind of, even if you lose the first map, you're like, okay, now it starts. We're in control. We know what we prepared for on our map pick. You kind of use that momentum to bring it into map 3. And Bind is certainly going to be interesting to watch.
Surely. I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up as well. Maybe slightly less because Split was a very dedicated pick by DRX, but now this one, it was down to Ascent or Bind, and DRX banned Ascent. They wanted to go for this. Team Secret trying to pull out tricks up their sleeves. Not sure if it could surprise DRX or not, but the shots will have to count because still, it is a first-person shooter. That's one way to start.
Question mark? Markham as well. Foxy with the spray, but he's going to go down. Picks up two, but there's Lenny. Gets his one. Mako, though, sweeps into the back of the site as that shorty's not going to do much. Mako picks up 3. Team Secret making it pretty interesting, though, on that second round.
Just a little. Still trying to get spike plants and more alt orbs, more economy. A little bit of damage to DRX's. But as it comes down to it, you can always count on Mako. I mean, he's always that kind of last image that you see before your eyes close shut.
He's the Grim Reaper.
He is.
Yeah. Hey, he's terrifying, man. I mean, in terms of clutch guys, he's always on those controllers, and he's always kind of the last guy in, and he's always reliable. That's why He was chosen as the regular season MVP.
Meanwhile, Team Secret's MVP from before, you know, we've been talking about Envy for the longest time, but just as the world needed him, I mean, we're pulling out this guy who had proven himself before. That's why Team Secret picked him up, right?
This guy.
The sixth man. DRX has zero information on him, and that's something that Team Secret can use to their advantage. Now, Thrash coming out.
Already, the Monsters on the loose. Quick push into the B site here as Dizzy gonna get a tag onto Buzz, or actually Mako, who's in here. They do not get the kill initially, but still a relatively clean entry to the side of Team Secret. They get in. Foxy tries to stop the plan from going down, and now it's all to RB. He's going to put up a cove and has a dream of making his way into this one.
Hello.
Yeah. Wingman says, "What's up, big buddy?"
Thrash isn't done with you.
Oh, a second. Oh.
Thrash isn't done with you, yeah. And he wasn't done. Dubstep, though, going to pick up the kill. And that's a nice little take there from Team Secret, not allowing DRX to get the bonus.
That's a good win as well. I mean, this is the important thing for Team Secret. I think one of the ideas behind this composition is to keep Lenny up. You know, recycle his ultimates, get his abilities going. If you can refresh them, you can keep using them, you're able to take so much space on the site. Moshpit covers out the back completely, and DRX are left with not much room to hide. So DRX kind of has to go for fights as well. That's exactly what they're trying to
That was
find.
cute. They hid in the smoke. You know, the bird doesn't quite get the info. But you can still just check with your face, right? And that's, you know, he does take a little bit of damage, but Stacks, I believe he saw two people, and now they do know that they're all in B main, so.
Oh, good hit.
Hellfire coming out there as, taking a little bit of damage, but Stacks still able to hold on to the site here. As now Hawk is out as well, and that Harbor wall is just, it's so difficult to push through Viper and Harbor and, and birds and grenades and everything. There's just so much stuff that controls space in the composition of DRX.
It's like you just have this huge bouncer buff guy. He can keep shoving you back.
Is that Mako or?
Well, it's RB. It's RB.
As well, yeah.
Flawless.
3-1. And man, that sleeping bear that got poked one too many times, it seems to be fully awake and on some coffee. You know, he's like amped up right now. This bear is going to town, okay?
It's on a rampage. I mean, look at it. It's not just RB, let's be fair. It's everyone from DRX. Buzz now, first of all, often duelist / initiator, sometimes on the Killjoy. He was on a Raze on Split. Here, he's the KO. And still finding that impact, the molly timing, and then flicking upwards to get the Dizzy that was thrown in the air. It's so oppressing for Team Secret that they have to find that tiny little window of opportunity to push in and just trying to get the knives. Dubstep not quite able to connect onto it.
Yeah.
Now DRX has information.
They have information. Foxy9's able to reposition in a much better spot against a Jet with Blade Storm, so he can just kind of check that angle. Harbor Wall is, again, still incredibly annoying to deal with. They have Viper Wall on B. Somebody's got to push somewhere, and it looks like Team Secret will choose to move over to the B side again.
Slowly inching forward, but at the same time, look at how Buzz is pivoting between both sites. That's why he's staying so far back. All he has to do is just throw out flashes or grenades and knives, and that's so much value as well. So we're spending a lot just to clear out Hookah. Team Secret doesn't have quite the firepower that they're looking for. Their best bet is just dive in.
Yeah, Dubstep in position. Oh, but he's flashed and he can't quite shoot anything with the blades. Can't spam with those. And DRX, yeah, just gonna clean him up on the B site. That looked so oppressive.
Those semi-automatic pistols cannot be spammed, but guess what? The rifles from DRX can, and you can even see Stacks just kind of waving his mouse around. He was full white, full blind, and still able to collect in so much of it. And Dubstep, unfortunately, despite the dive, not able to reach DRX.
They're just trying to force it in, I mean, on semi-eco, and It's really rough, right? You've got so many things in your face. You have multiple members of DRX that are standing there waiting. They know the push is coming.
Yeah. No. Just a little bit more information as well. Team Secret desperately trying to get that little bit of space so that they can execute onto a site, but DRX just has so many barriers up, like quite literally just shooting a little bit of presence towards bats, and Team Secret have to spend more just to go in.
Poor Rover. Doesn't have quite the lifespan,
Well,
but even gets shot right as he goes down.
No Rover, but we do have Dizzy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a wallbang tag through the wall.
Oh, he knows the lineups.
Sure.
Yeah, there
but
goes
also
the Dizzy over the top.
Okay, Foxy is blinded.
Yeah, but again, like they're finally into the site. Takes a while. Jeremy gets in, gun seen, and actually RB can't land those, so Dubstep gonna pick it up. Wingman's gonna get that plant down. Now it's gonna be up to Mako and Stacks once again, 2v4. Not an easy retake here.
Trying to hold it. Already getting information. Second from Heaven. I think Dubstep heard that.
Yeah, he definitely heard Dubstep. That's going to be Mako picking up that. Stacks gets one. Now it's Mako v2. How many times have we seen this? How many times has Mako clutched this one? As
Oh
the
my
spam
god.
comes down, he gets Borkum. And it's only Jesse Vosh. He knows where he is. And Mako does it again. You cannot stop this guy.
Unstoppable! The MVP, the King of Pacific. He keeps doing it again and again. 5-1, just when it seemed doable for Team Secret. Mako snatches it away. And now he's got the Viper's Pit. Get a bit of a half buy again. Light shields for Team Secret for the next round. They managed to get onto site. They tried to outduel them.
Yeah. I think part of it was, you know,
Zero reaction.
Mako. He's like, yeah, cool story, bro.
His team is like going nuts.
Yeah, just another day in the office for the clutch master. See, has to be carries. That's some great information. Holds the angle with the grenade. Bulldog's not doing much.
There's a little bit of contrast, right? If you think about it, Mako's that cold, meanwhile Team Secret maybe he's looking to sweat a little.
Jeremy admire the effort, but they're running straight into mollies and grenades and everything. Once again. Oh. Foxy plays it safe. Doesn't have to peek that. Throws it out. He's got Buzz in the off angle. It's only Borkum spots him and nearly takes him out. That must have been a headshot through a couple of walls.
Let's take a little bit of time. Someone went through the teleporter. And if you're Team Secret, you might want to call a timeout soon.
Oh, the dog!
Rover!
Rover!
What a good boy! You can have
Timeout.
some Scooby snacks. All right, yes, the timeout.
Pretty good time to call it, I'd say.
And just break down the round again, because what's happening now is clearly the contrast that I was talking about, right? Mako, no emotion. He's completely removed from it. He's here to do a job, and he's going to do it right. Meanwhile, Team Secret starting to sweat. DRX keeps making them work for these rounds, and time again, they start to falter. They start to try to force things. They start to try to wrangle that space away, especially up by Lamps in that round. And Foxy just closes the door shut. Warbirds. He has to be that, you know, tactical leader for the team, but I think also a spiritual one. Because if you're thinking about this series, if you're going to have any impact on it, don't stress too much about getting that slot to Masters Tokyo, right? Because this is the upper bracket. You still have another chance. Just try to do as much as you possibly can, poke as many holes at this bear as possible, and try to give your best shot.
Yeah. I mean, Team Secret have already done a great job so far, but DRX finally wake up and show their true colors, show what they are truly capable of. And so far, this gamble that Team Secret have taken is not working out for them. Can be difficult to attack on bind, but still, not quite the same effect that we've seen from stuff like teams like T1 with the Gecko. But let's see. The map is not over. We got another Thrash coming on in and going on out. Just gonna retake that.
Oh, but the paint shells. He threw it through the teleporter. Well, Dubstep hides inside of it in case someone decides to push through. Lenny wants to pick back up the Thrash. Checks for Hookah again. DRX are so in control that they're just toying with them. Getting so much information off of these little peaks.
Go get him.
Yeah, Boombot as well. Just gonna push him out of there. This push is coming B.
One more Thrash.
Yeah, and guess what? I mean, DRX in position now. They're just gonna throw out the Seekers. They're like, okay, well, now we have full confirmation that they look to be coming B at this moment in time. Gonna send back Buzz over to B, so they have 3 people. Thrash isn't done just yet. Oh, that detain. Oh, God, stacks. But still, this push is being shut down. Jesse gets that 1 kill onto detain stacks. Nice peek here from Jesse. That's a second, but he is alone in getting kills. DRX will clean that up.
Rest of the team tried to push on through, but DRX were just too darn sharp, holding it from spawn, holding it from the site itself. Anyone that tried to jump out of Hookah could not make it. Meanwhile, Jesse Vash is doing what he can, manages to take Mako down, but that was it. Again, when it comes down to these plays, especially when you have the double duelist, your trades have got to be there, but it's not really working out so well. It's just because DRX are so in control, and even with the Gecko coming in, it's so easy for DRX just to shoot them down, given how the sites are so well reinforced. 3 players on A now, and Mako with the Viper's Pit.
Yeah. Bird comes out. DRX prepared. Mako with that pit you mentioned is over in B. He's got Stacks with him who's gaining some information that, okay, they're not out of B long. Smoke comes down immediately. Tons of frags are being thrown in their face. Even a harbor wall, they're like, no, you will not enter here. But still they try and they get mowed down entirely. And the Stingers and the Spectres will not be good enough to make the job done.
They've been spotted again. DRX slowly backs off, just trying to play with them, securing flawless frags.
They know he's in there. Jesse tries to peek. Down he will go. Dubstep, they know exactly where he is. Mako just waiting for it. And Dubstep is not going to get out of here anytime soon. As he gives it 1 try. Actually does a nice amount of damage, but Foxy will take him down. That is a flawless victory once again to DRX. 8-1 and a second timeout already called by Team Secret.
I mean, you have to, right? You know, talk to your guys. What's going on? How do we counter this? And if you're looking at it, you have to think. It's just, we talked about these walls. RB sends them out. Maybe he's not finding that many frags yet. Maybe not as much on Haven as well, but it is, that impact can be felt. Team Secret cannot push out of areas like Bats and maybe even, you know, Hookah and Garden just because there's so much blocking them in their way. Their paths are obstructed. One way to work with that, you know, clearly exploding through doesn't work. You can't just dash into sight because you're going to get shot up instead. Maybe buy up some Phantoms and take a couple of pot shots at DRX and hopefully you'll be able to find a couple. But again, with all of these ideas being thrown around, it's just shots in the dark. And I think that's one of the things that hurts Team Secret the most. So Warbirds, hopefully he's got something cooked up because the Adobo gang needs them.
It just says both teams fighting.
Like, while they are fighting, good sir.
Yeah.
8-1. Borkum on an orbital strike.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, they're trying something here. It's map 3. It's bind. They wanted to really throw a curveball, and it's kind of like a curveball that, you know, it doesn't quite hit the mark, and then the batter like hits a grand slam, and it's like, oh well.
So
I tried. I mean, it was a good curveball, kind of, but at the end of the day, it is
right.
Just totally seen.
Well, this time maybe a little bit more space. RB not really doing the wall yet. I say that and it's just toasted.
Seems like they have a good idea. As Reckoning comes down. And all of Team Secret have to just run around as even Wall comes up here.
No.
Foxy is just waiting with open arms. He's like, please, charge into me. I will spray you down. He's got 7 bullets left, reloads. Totally comfortable, has position to throw down the paint shells, denies the wingman plant.
Oh, Lenny.
Oh, okay, Lenny's gonna pick up 2, but can't quite compete with the rocket launcher. Showstopper.
Just an instant death. Out. Dubstep finds him.
Okay.
We're back to a 2-on-2. But can you get the spike planted? There is an option to go through
30
the
seconds
teleporter.
left.
Yeah. They're able to
Dubstep
pick up.
might lurk.
Yeah.
Or not.
And,
Oh my goodness.
Stacks in position. Jesse on 1 health. 18 seconds. They're blinded. They're sprayed down.
Spike
And now
down
even
B.
Dubstep is low. He doesn't have enough time. He's just
10 seconds
stuck in hookah now as Buzz is waiting, just playing with his food, and he'll take him out with a headshot to end it up. 9th round win to only 1. DRX in total control.
This is deja vu Valdez. We saw this on Split. It's happening again. And look at this. I mean, first of all,
That
yes.
spray was crazy.
Sprays. Lenny did hit the mid-air shot, still taken out by Buzz, but I mean not Buzz, excuse me, Foxy. But
Yeah,
if you think about this,
they're going crazy there at that viewing party.
there's so much value that RB provides, but also Foxy in this game, he's not being overly aggressive, and that's something you have to commend him for.
Well, here they go, getting aggressive. Dubstep has had enough. He's going to take down 2. And Dizzy's getting his job done too. Dubstep with the 3rd one. One Way picks up a Phantom, and now finally Team Secret, they just kind of throw a fastball this time. They're running straight into the B site.
That's exactly. I love these baseball analogies because they're
There's a lot
actually
of them
really
today.
accurate. Yes.
Yeah.
Curveballs only work if, you know, your opponents don't expect them, right? But DRX just react to them so incredibly well. Meanwhile, a fastball, something that they just cannot catch. They could see it coming, but if it's that fast, and Dubstep was in that round, fast and furious, DRX just cannot do anything about it. No choice but to save despite, you know, having that much money in the bank. Team Secret continue to go hunting just for a couple seconds more. And they will be able to secure a 2nd win, which is not too bad. Team Secret fans everywhere will be happy.
Yeah. Finally gonna pick up another one. It's also Thrifty. RB
Last round before the
collects
switch.
1. Yeah, they hold on to their guns, and they certainly have enough money to just buy whatever they want, but they didn't want to give any kills over to the side of Team Secret.
Worked well. And they do it again. Saw it before. Dubstep kind of thinking about an operator, but we're going to swap over for a classic rifle instead. Instead, it's going to be Foxy9 with an operator, and that's something that you have to be so careful about.
Oh, boy. Down he goes. That's it for Dubsteps. Ah.
Does not
Oh,
miss.
yeah. Monster on the loose.
Thrash goes on. Clear out the site. But what about backside? What about behind triple stack?
Yeah. I mean, DRX, they just wait in the back. They just bide their time. Plan's coming down. This time just straight from Borkum.
Oh, God.
And he's just going to peek right as those paint shells go out. Borkum tries, but he cannot match Foxy9. Plant is down, and you got a Dizzy out the top, but
Spray the spike.
Fuse is coming in. They're trying. Jesse's going to get 1. It's only to half, but that's the 2 kills, and that is a 10-2 half for DRX on defense
So
on Vine.
incredibly strong. I mean, Forsaken said it before in his post-game interview last week. Play Harbor, he's incredibly OP. You have that Cove. I mean, Lenny tried. He threw the Dizzy up in the air. He tried to peek out, but the Cove just blocked everything. You can't spray onto the spike if it's being protected. Meanwhile, DRX still that firepower. Look at Foxy9 in all of these duels. He's not overheating. He's going with his teammates. He's securing advantages duels. 10-2 is the score that we have at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's incredibly dominant here from the side of DRX. Their comp is well suited to playing defense unbind. I mean, what can you expect? They choose for that. They have a really strong half. Now coming onto the attack, again, they don't have the Gecko, but they still have many of the tools that we see in the current meta with the Viper, the Harbor combinations. You set up those pizza slices, as Paper Thin likes to say, and you can throw out some birds, some dogs, paint shells, right? You can just control and push away the side of Team Secret, who have a massive task on their hands if they want to try to tie this up.
That's exactly what this halftime is about. You need to secure that pistol round. If not, same story is split. We saw it happen just a map ago. DRX, they secure the pistol, instant match point, and from then on, that's just going to be one round away from securing that Masters Tokyo spot. DRX, they are that good.
Yeah. Expecting the loss into 2 wins. Loved the build-up. Cheering, of course, for DRX. So many DRX fans here. It is incredible.
You gotta love it, man. The energy, especially when they cheer for him. I can just imagine what happens when we reach that 13, or not. Team Secret could still, you know. I'm a believer.
You are. It's true.
8 rounds is what it takes to go to 10-10. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. Wow, and there it goes again. DRX fighting.
Yeah. DRX are getting hyped up. Much like Split, a pistol round essentially wins you the map. I say essentially because obviously it doesn't mean that you immediately win or anything like that. Dubstep spotted. Little hookah push.
Could clear it out. They know that there are a couple players on the B site. Lenny rotating over.
Dubstep, he still gets one amongst all of that. So now we got the dog moving out. They will not have that dog in him, but Lenny is going to frenzy one down in the window. Make that 2, actually. He's making quick work of them. And now DRX will be stopped in their tracks.
Through the smokes. Couple of shots and Team Secret secures the pistol win. And it all starts with 1.
It all starts with 1. Now you just need 7 more. And you're tied. See if they can make it happen. As, yeah, it really came down to Lenny just kind of sitting here, spamming down a couple of kills. You know, a bit of damage had already been done.
I mean, being able to hold off the site that way, again, the little Lenny Lion from Singapore. I mean, he's finding that impact. Let's see if he can do a little bit more. Buying up on the Bulldog now. DRX trying to poke towards the A site.
Yeah.
Toxic screens and waves crashing in. Borkum tries to pull them off.
Lenny said, let's bring him back. Bring it back. And yeah, I mean, it's got to start with 1 as, Jeremy going to find him in the showers. Lenny gets 1 as well. But the Cove and the Plant does come down, but there are only 2 with classics. RB and Mako here. Just putting up walls, trying to just keep them off of the spike for as long as possible, but it's not looking good. Dubstep with the Ghost as well. They know exactly where RB is. And they're just going to hold on to this defuse. RB.
Wow.
Just surviving for quite a long time, but that is going to be a flawless victory decided to Team Secret.
That was like a game of tag.
Yeah.
Cat and mouse. He kept running around. But that's right. You know, flawless win. They get to hold their guns, and they get to go into the next round. Dubstep, yep. He had a ghost, and that's why he can buy up on the operator for this 3rd round in the second half. A possibly incredibly valuable tool, especially if you consider that he could be going up against Foxy 9. Someone who has been explosive for DRX on this map. 17 kills, 7 deaths. Meanwhile, Dubstep on the 12 and 11.
Yeah. Dubstep picks up an operator very early on. And this is one of those guns that, you know, it's a bit of a gamble in its own right. If you can get that first kill, first couple of kills, you're going to set yourself up for the round. Especially if you're peeking like this. I mean, it doesn't look like you'll go through that. But, yeah, either way, it's very expensive. You guys know what the op does. Let's see if Dubstep can make it work.
Trying to hold the angle, but RV's just going to block him off again.
Poor dog.
Right. Let's get out of that one.
Set up here's Jesse. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Spots the push coming in through. And yeah, this harbor wall just getting so much value, and he sprays him down on top of the site. And now Foxy's just holding down from that spawn. You see Lenny giving away his position, trying to spray. Foxy still holding on to the site here. Foxy.
Okay. That's a good start.
Yeah. Too much stuff. The molly and the grenade pulls through for one kill. Mako waiting in hookah. RB picks up one as well and stacks his position. They have no idea, but now they do as Borkum alone. And just no room. Mako gonna take him down, sprayed from hookah. And 11-4 is the score.
The recovery from DRX. I mean, watch how they play in these post plants. It's so sharp, it's so safe, it's so clean. The way that Mako is hiding on top of hookah and just kind of jiggling back and forth. It's, once more, minimal exposure. And that's DRX's style. When they swing out and they hit you hard. You don't really see them until you do. And that's why it's so tough for Team Secret to actually hold or even retake. Keep in mind, Jesse Vash tried to kind of airstrafe his way back into under tube, but Stax caught him mid-transit. And at the same time, Stax, he was someone who got an ace against T1 the last time DRX played Bind. So DRX very much so a force to be reckoned with now. Just trying to find what they can. Team Secret still pushing out just to try to fend them off.
Yeah. A little bit of information given over to DRX. There's some jiggles over there. Outside of showers.
Oh wow, Reckoning used. This is an important round for Team Secret. They have to try to play a retake with this. Lenny has the thrash. They have to force DRX to spend their utility. I mean, this round lost, and that's going to be match point.
Yeah, and take a look at that. They don't have to expend too much. Just a harbor wall. Reckoning. A lot of harbor stuff just to get you off the site. And Buzz sitting, waiting with a Phantom and the...
Wow!
The flash is just too good. There's just no way in for Team Secret.
What?
They get totally cleaned up in a flawless. And DRX, they want to go to Masters Tokyo.
One more round! And how did they do it with a flawless? Someone please break that down. I need to see the replays. It's so good. The way that they just pushed in. I mean, clearly recognizing the fact that Team Secret, they had the thrash, they're trying to play some sort of a retake setup, which means the positions they're going to hold is going to be up from defender spawn, it's going to be up from elbow, and Buzz just goes in to choke them out. 16 assists on him, and he's still capable of fragging on his own. Team Secret now just going out for the fight.
Oh boy, you gotta try something, and unfortunately, it's just gonna give Stax his ult. He's gonna throw it out.
Oh boy.
Borkum is, yeah, he's pretty dead. 4 on 3, it's looking good for DRX to close this out.
Oh, Vash.
4 on 2. Well,
It's a good start.
It's not the Mako I know. It really did not expect him there. And there it is. It's up to Dubstep to keep their hopes alive. Otherwise, DRX, we will be seeing them internationally again.
Oh, God.
Yep, they know exactly where he is. One peek to get the job done.
Will
it be Buzz again? No, it will be RB. And DRX with the 13-4. After the 13-5, they will be going to Masters Tokyo. You will be seeing them internationally. You will be seeing them again here in the playoffs of VCT Pacific. DRX, the representative team, once again gets the job done.
The top, the cream of the crop. In VCT Pacific, they went 8 wins and 1 loss in league play. They went